Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to show you guys what I have on my iPad. At first, I didn't really want to make this video because my iPad is pretty empty and boring compared to other YouTubers' iPads, but you guys have been requesting it to me, so here we are. By the way, before we begin, I'd like to thank our sponsor for today's video, DiscussionBar. DiscussionBar is a Chrome extension for YouTube, Netflix, and Disney Plus that allows creators and users to chat and watch content together at the same time. Basically, it's like Discord for YouTube or similar to Netflix Party. However, DiscussionBar also has built-in social media platform where users can add friends, create and join public or private chat rooms, and customize and share content and more. To install this extension, you must be on a desktop or laptop computer and be using the Chrome browser. Go to the Chrome store on the Chrome browser and look for DiscussionBar, or just click on the link in the description box below to open it. Currently, this extension is only available on the computer, but they're gonna have the mobile app coming soon. Once you've installed it, you can try using it while you're watching shows on either YouTube, Netflix, or Disney Plus. Here I'm using it as I'm watching Netflix. It has a lot of features like adding friends, syncing content, creating watch party, participating in chat rooms, and customizing content. Here I'm creating a Peppa Pig watch party for me and my friend. First, I set up the time of the party, and then I send the link to my friend. We end up messing around in the chat as we watch the majestic Peppa Pig show together. If you guys want to chat with your friends as you're watching shows on either Netflix, YouTube, or Disney Plus, then you should definitely try installing DiscussionBar. I'll leave the link to it in the description box below if you guys would like to check it out. Now, moving on with the video. So the iPad that I'm using is the 2019 iPad Air. At first, I wanted to buy the iPad Pro, but my wallet and I had a disagreement, so I had to compromise by getting the iPad Air instead. And I have to say, this is actually more than enough for me since I don't use it for fancy stuff anyway. The thing I like more about the iPad Air compared to the iPad Pro is the white bezel because it looks cuter, especially after I put some stickers on it. I bought the case and the Bluetooth keyboard for around $25 in total from a local online store. It has magnets inside it, so I can adjust how I want my iPad to stand up just by locking in the keyboard in front of it. Pretty awesome for a pair of $25 products. I mainly use this iPad for work, so I don't install any games in it because I don't want to get distracted. Just a heads up in case you guys are looking for some game recommendations from me because I don't have any, I'm sorry. The wallpaper that I'm using is the YouScan picture. The original image is actually pretty small, but I edited it in Photoshop so it would fit into my iPad screen nicely. So the first two pages are filled with the default apps except for this one game called Lost Tracks. It's a short but beautiful game that you control by rotating your iPad and stuff. It was the first game that I ever downloaded on my iPad, so I'm keeping it as a memento. Moving on to the other installed apps, I categorized them into different folders so they would be more organized. The first folder is the Google folder, which contains the Google Drive and Google Maps. I use a Google Drive instead of iCloud to store my files because it's cheaper. Next is the productivity folder. The first app is Procreate, which you guys know is the app that we use to draw. I use this mostly to draw storyboards and the chibi drawings that I would include in my YouTube videos. I also draw my YouTube logo and intro using this app. Next is the GoodNotes app, which I use to write various things such as my diary, YouTube ideas, to-do lists, Fiverr business, and YouTube script. I've begun using a digital diary ever since I got my iPad. And I would usually just write about my dreams because my daily life during quarantine is pretty boring to write about. Next is the Google Docs where I would write plans, storyboards, and scripts. I'm not gonna show my files here because they're confidential. I don't use the GarageBand and iMovie on my iPad because they're not as complete as the MacBook version. I prefer to just use the ones I have installed on my MacBook, but I keep them installed anyway. Next is MuseScore, which is an app to view and search for free sheet music. I like this because unlike PDF Viewer, you can play the sheet music so you can get an idea of how the song would sound like when you play it. Anyway, next is the default notes app. I use this to type in some quick notes, or in this case, some song lyrics that I want to sing. Next to it is the Bible app, which is pretty self-explanatory. Next we have the To-Do app, which is also pretty self-explanatory. I used to use this to store my YouTube ideas, but ever since I got the GoodNotes app, I start using that app instead. But I don't want to uninstall this because I don't want to lose my data. Next is the Kindle app, which I use to read ebooks and e-manga. As you guys can probably tell, I really love age gap manga because the guys there are already mature. I don't know, reading romance manga about edgy high school boys playing hard to get really annoys me somehow. Maybe because I'm old now. Finally, we have the Play Along app. It has some free and also some paid sheet music. My music teacher told me to download this, but I never actually use it. I'm sorry, sir. Now let's move on to the social media folder. I'm sure you guys are already familiar with them all, so I'm not gonna explain one by one. I have my Gmail, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Follow me there at RafiRaffee if you haven't already. And then I have LinkedIn, which is like Facebook but for work, in case you're not familiar with it. And then YouTube Studio, which I use to look at my channel's analytics and also YouTube comments. And then Fiverr, which is an app for freelancers. I do some freelance work here under a completely different name. This is a pretty unique but useful website/app because you can sell anything you want here, as long as it follows the terms of service, of course. For example, I once got paid around $50 to rap about coronavirus. That's pretty dumb. Next is my Yahoo Mail app and my Anime List app. I have my Anime List account locked, so even if you guys find it, you won't be able to open it. I locked it because people can get pretty sensitive when we have different opinions regarding their favorite shows. And I don't want them getting triggered and angry when they see me giving their favorite show a low score. That's why I just decided to lock my account. Next is Pinterest, which I use to search for some inspiration or just for some stuff that I enjoy to look at, like Kimetsu no Yaiba, and then otome games. Oh my god, I need to censor that. And then birthday card ideas, and then some cute stuff, and then pretty girls. I don't even know why I have that folder. Erase it from your mind, please. Next is my Facebook. I use a fake account there just so I can use it to sign in to other websites easily. Next is Behance. I use this to search for some inspiration for my graphic design and motion graphic work. I also use this to store my portfolio. Next, we have various messenger apps like Line, WhatsApp, and Discord. And finally, we have Twitch. I'm still pretty new to Twitch. I only follow 2 people here. One of them is a Bloodborne speedrunner. The other one is a random Italian dude that I found when I was browsing for some Bloodborne streams. I have a Twitch channel, by the way, if you guys want to follow me there for no reason at all. The name is RafiRaffee, the same as my YouTube channel's name. Okay, now let's move on to the entertainment folder. The first 2 apps are the PlayStation app and also the PlayStation Messenger. I use them to chat with my fellow PS4 friends. Next is Shazam, which is an app that I use when I want to find out a title of a song that is currently playing. Just need to press the button and make it listen to the song, and then it will tell you the title. Pretty cool, huh? Next is Spotify. I mostly use this to listen to old songs here because they remind me of classic cartoons like Tom and Jerry. Next is Wattpad, which is an app to read fanfictions. And then we have Reddit. Unfortunately, it is blocked in my country for some reason, so I have to use VPN every time I want to open it, which is pretty bothersome. And finally, we have Netflix. I don't really use this often. Usually I would just play Peppa Pig as a background noise whenever I'm alone at home so my house doesn't feel too empty. Right now I'm watching a show called Dark because my best friend forced me to. I'm using her Netflix account for free, by the way, so the least I can do to show my gratitude to her is to watch the shows that she recommended to me. But I gotta say, this is a pretty interesting series so far. Next is the shop folder containing various shopping apps such as JDID, Shopee, Tokopedia, Amazon, and Blibli. Next in the translation folder is the Google Translate and also Word Reference. I use this to search for Italian conjugations because I can never memorize them. Next is the photo and video app, which actually only contains 1 app. I haven't found any other photo editing app that I would like to include in this folder. Anyway, I use the Lightroom app to add some filters to my YouTube thumbnails so the tone looks similar to one another. By the way, this is a picture of when I was practicing my performance with my teacher, and I look like a complete dum-dum. Finally, in the extra folder are the Turbo VPN, VLC player, iPhone, and Recorded. Recorded is the app that I use to record my iPad screen, which is the one you're looking at right now. So those were all the apps I have on my iPad. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you guys have any other cool apps recommendations for me, then please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And I will see you guys on my next video. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye bye!